Simplify. Do not use negative exponents in the answer. We have the quotient 2x cubed y to the negative 6 over negative 4y to the negative 2, all that raised to the negative 2. Let's deal with this negative exponent first, and the rule of exponents tells us that if we have a quotient raised to the negative power, we can take the reciprocal of the quotient. So let's start with that, negative 4y to the negative 2 over 2x cubed y to the negative 6, and raise it to the positive exponent, in this case, squared. Let's now deal with the inside of the parentheses first and separate out the coefficients. So we would have negative 4 over 2. Then times this x cubed in the denominator, so we can write it as 1 over x cubed. And then for the y's, we would have y to the negative 2 over y to the negative 6. We put all of that in parentheses and then squared. Let's deal with each of these factors. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. 1 over x cubed remains the same, 1 over x cubed. And then when we are dividing exponential expressions, we subtract the exponents. This would be y to the negative 2 minus negative 6. All of that is still in parentheses. Now, we have a product raised to an exponent. Therefore, the power 2 applies to each of the individual factors. We have negative 2 squared. We have 1 over x cubed squared. And then when we simplify here, we have negative 2 plus 6. Negative 2 plus 6 is 4. So we would have y to the 4th squared. Let's simplify each of those. Negative 2 squared is positive 4. 1 squared, of course, is 1. X cubed squared, we multiply the powers. That gives us 1 over x to the 6th. Here we multiply the two powers together. 4 times 2 is 8, so it's times y to the 8th. And finally, recombine them all into one quotient. This would be equal to 4 y to the 8th divided by x to the 6th.